Alright, now, in this series, I'm going to be trying to make a world to upload onto the workshop for worldbox. And if you guys can comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever, that would definitely help my journey on making this, because I would know that people actually want to see me do more of this kind of stuff. So, yeah. But now, today we're also making frogland. Frogman land, because there's going to be frogs and a swamp and stuff. So yeah, this is the rough shape. We can add a bit more, like I think down here I'd like to kind of chunk it up. Then here, because this actually works, this actually looks pretty good, so we're going to kind of add some shallow water up. Yeah, that actually works pretty well, because that kind of looks like there's a chunk missing out of it, so we can actually kind of round that off. We want to kind of cut this off a bit because it looks weird, and then yeah, you know what, so I'll redraw this bit with more plain soil, but I kind of want to and then I want to kind of, yeah, this looks okay for now, and then we can add more detail in a bit. So I just got to add the kind of pitter patter bit where it kind of like cuts off, because there's going to be more next time where I'm going to be drawing that way. And basically this is just me trying to draw an actual map from memory without looking at a single map the whole time, so it will look like an incredibly bad map the whole time. And yeah, that's kind of the plan, is I'm going to be making a horrific, like currently this is kind of Sweden, Norway area, and you probably couldn't tell that, so that proves just how bad of a map this is going to be in the end, which is good, because that would be the point. If it looked super hyper realistic, it'd be very similar to every other map, but it isn't super hyper realistic, because why would it ever need to be? I'm just making some random YouTube video. Don't need some kind of insane realism, just whatever this is, like, just whatever it is. Who knows? Who knows? If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just setting it up for the humans who live above, have the birch. Oh, actually, no, there is it, because this is going to be quite far north, but we can do permafrost at the top, so it looks a bit nicer. This is actually going to be the cutoff of a nation that will exist in this area, kind of like Finland, but yeah. So now we're just going to add a lot of coldness so that it looks pretty good. Then we can also do summits to cut it all off. Oh yeah, I forgot to do mountains. So yeah, we can do that, but currently these summits are just for showing that different countries exist in different areas, because that's how world be work. As I say in great grammar Englishness. Okay, but yeah, after me definitely saying things correctly, now we can do this. It's as bad as that time where I kept saying genii over and over again for no real reason, but because. So yeah, these guys are going to entirely cut it off. That's kind of how they got their border, is. And then also, because I'm going to vortex it all up afterwards, it should look pretty clean after I'm finished. Now for the birch area, I think it should be easy to just boom bada bing bada boom. And because I have it to set properly, I can also show you a bit of what will happen in a bit, because I can kind of like show it to everyone. That's what is currently happening. The two countries and all of that. Actually, technically three, but one of them. Okay, boom. This isn't actually the full map. I can, if you want, you can skip to the very end if you don't want to watch it, because I'm fine with that. I'm gonna add some hills around it. Now that's not nice at all looking. So we're going to redo that entirely. Oh, I didn't intend to clip the ocean there. That's fine. I can cut it off there. Yeah, it's actually fine. Oh, that's pretty cool looking, but who cares? We're gonna go over this again. Okay, well, yeah, how about we use this to make it look a bit less unnatural, I guess? Like, mountains aren't always perfect, like, circle things. So I think it would look nice if we added a bit more naturalness to them. We don't have to make that perfect anyway, but who cares. Here, I'd like to make it perfect though, so I will now. This has taken a long time just to get to this step, but this is kind of like the refinement step. Just adding in rivers and whatnot. So, we're going to use these mountains to kind of carve a mountain. So it's going to be a hill. We're going to kind of cut it up there. It's kind of like a mountain range. It's going to be a big mountain range. Except it looks horrific right now, so we can fix that by adding, like, this is going to go back to normal land. And then this is going to kind of curve in. Okay, that looks a bit better. Then we can actually thicken the hills out, because there's going to be a lot more hills than there will giant mountain tops, as you probably know in real life. If you've looked at a lot of maps, you know that there isn't tons of giant mountains. So yeah, we're also going to accidentally cut this bit, so apparently that's that bit. And then this is the actual mountain top. So yeah, this can be like one of the only mountain ranges on the map that I'm making, because afterwards, well, on this part of the map, because most of them are just going to be small hills. There's actually summits. This actually gets pretty tall by the end. So boom, doesn't look too bad. Then we can sprinkle out some hills around the place. Just some scattering hills, and then we can also do rivers and stuff. I'm gonna put some hills here, just some calm little hills. You can do a big hill here, where in the middle it actually gets into mountain range area. Then we can add some more hills around the area, even more hills. Yeah, that's actually okay. Then finally here, we're gonna have a big hilly thing, which is going to have 3 summits there, and then a ton of mountains around. Actually 2 summits apparently, because I accidentally deleted one, which is fine, but annoying still. So yeah, we're still just refining the map, then I can show you the countries and what they do and all. And then, yeah, now we just got to add rivers, then at the end I can add water. And as I said before, if you don't want to watch the process of me actually drawing out the map, that's fine, you can do that. You can just skip to the very end of the video, last couple of seconds or so. Got that. We just gotta add some shallow waters around, scatterings of shallow waters, because it's just a little river. It's a pretty big one actually, it's like quite large. Because we've got all of the natural craziness. And then we can put a little circular river here, where we're actually going to make it look okay-ish by adding a tiny bit of deep ocean. It's kind of just like the opposite of the mountains, because it gradually gets lower down instead of higher up, because why would it not? And then this is also going to attach up here. This is just a little stream, and then we can also attach that there. Bada bing, bada boom. That kind of cuts it up, and then we can add a little stream again. 2 little streams. That's the little stream count. You can count how many little streams, because why not? This is going to go across like that, and then there'll be some little islandy bits and natural cuts and stuff, and then, oh yeah, we also gotta, yeah, that should look okay-ish, and then it looks really bad, but that's because there's no water in them yet. If there was water in them, they would look a lot less bad. This is gonna drip into here, then we can add their own little lake thing. It's not too big, it just kind of gradually stretches into the ocean, and then we can add a little line, bada bing, bada frickin' boom. This is not too bad. Then all we have to do now for the water bit is encircle the whole place, like so. Yeah, this is gonna encircle the whole place. And if you're wondering about the really bad microphone quality, that should be fixed by Tuesday. So that will be 2 days from now. So in 2 videos, if you wanted to check back, you could, because by then the microphone problem should be fixed. Because we'll have good microphone, but not bad. So yeah. Boom, we can do some close ocean to make it look a bit more real. Like, you don't just go straight from really shallow to really deep. But like I said before, this is mostly just a sketch. This area isn't too deep because it's mostly just medium levels of deep. Like, it just kind of gradually, boom. And then we kind of got to cover all of the light ocean in medium ocean before it hits the super deep, super crazy ocean. And we can actually add some specks of deep ocean in, just because when we vortex it, it will look kind of clean. Boom. So yeah. And then we can add our tiny speckings of this. We're gonna like click just a few times on random places. Now we'll vortex it off. And now we click the, actually, yeah, this should all be on, but that's also on. And then what we can do is we want to go into settings, debug 13 burger clicks. Then we click the debug menu, fast spawn sonic speed show amount in your army. Wait for everything to happen. And then we're going to pull out the handy dandy trusty vortexer, which makes everything look pretty nice. Just gonna go over it again with the vortexer. Yeah, that's actually an okay looking map. Then we just gotta add in the people. So we're gonna have people here all around, people here all around, people up here all around. Okay, boom. And then, okay, we gotta actually re-add in the mountains after I vortexed everything, because even though it looks nice, it really isn't. Because now the map's kind of ruined. So boom. Now we actually add in the frogs. Okay, you know what? We have to click this then, because why not? We have to go boom, bada bing. Okay, no, we actually got to do this. Bada boom again. No, stop. Just die quickly. Where are these people going? Oh, I feel like go over in this area? Nah. Bro! These guys just have way too many people. Okay, boom. Now, okay, we're gonna give them maybe a tiny bit more people just because. So now we're going to wait for everyone to spread out a bit, and then I can show you what everyone's got as their best gear and all. Oh yeah, I forgot to add all of the frogs in, because this is the froglands. It's called the froglands for a reason. There's a lot of frogs and it's a land. That's naturally how it be working. I can show you how everything is once we are able to put down the borders and the stuff. Oh yeah, this is bread. Okay, we're gonna make this Byred. That looks okay. We'll make that a capital B. Byred. This is a weird name, so I'm gonna go with Law for, because, oh no, I forgot to turn off caps for the rest of it. Law fourth. Just trying to make okay, this name is gonna be Bolcasa. Bolcasa. Boom. Now we just gotta do more waiting. As always, that's just mostly what you do here. Then, as I said, okay, so we're gonna have to check here. Where is the army of these guys? Wait, where are most of their people? If any of their people are here, I'm actually gonna go insane. I spent way too long trying to stop them from all teleporting. Okay, you know what? Who are over here? Okay, so that's country is this? Lawforth. Yeah, that's Lawforth. Alright, what about here? All of these guys' people are going. Fine, here. This dude, oh, they've already got steel. Damn. Okay, so most people are gonna have steel now and by the end. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, you know what? Actually, just to make this a bit faster, we're going to do some quick border drawing. Bada bing, bada frickin' boom. Yep, we just gotta do some more border drawing, make it all look neat, and then I'll give them a second to do their stuff, and then I can show you at the very end what they have and all. So yeah, it's nice. Oh yeah, I wish this was country border drawing, because it doesn't allow you to add in new villages or anything, which is kind of annoying. These guys barely have anything so far, but they will eventually. Now we'll give them about till year 50, and then it's got killed by a fly. Kind of sad. So by year 50, we'll bring down the borders, and then I can show you what everyone has. Okay, boom. So everyone's had 50 years. This is more than anyone else will have by when they start. Okay, so well, it doesn't really matter if there's summits here. Just gotta cut the border up. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to place circle just to make this so much faster. Yeah. Oh no, that was perfect, bruh. I spent so long drawing this map to act just before then, accidentally ruining it. So we're just gonna vortex these edges that we've unvortexed. We're gonna revortex. Okay, now, hopefully, is biome spreading on? No, biome cannot spread. So, how do we... Biomes overgrowth. Yeah, well, they're not growing, the biomes. Okay, fine. Just because you did this, I'm going to have to do that for you. Border brush. Perfect. Okay, but now that the borders have settled up, I'd like to actually put in some things, then I'll give them some time. You know, then we're just gonna boom. That's what these guys get up here. Then I'll give these guys all of their nice little birchiness. So yeah, this is pretty neat. And then actually, you know what? Because they're gonna get that anyway. So then okay, now we just need to do tiny bit more border drawing, and then we wait. Oh crap. Now this is bad border drawing because okay, perfect. Now we're going to click pause. Okay, you know what? These guys are gonna have a nicer time now because they actually have more land. Okay, yeah, that's nice. So now that it is, how about at year 75, I will show you guys what everyone has, and then we should be finished for this episode. So you can check the next episode, and anyone who likes it, the finished result, can download it on the workshop. Boom. Oh, that's actually year 76. Sorry. We should kind of put it more like Sweden and Norway, and then this is like Finland, which I kind of want to make go weirdly like boom, but who cares. I'm going to now save this world as no, we want to do my world, and then see you guys next time. Boom.